The desert has always been a place of silence, mystery, and secrets buried deeper than time itself. The wind moves over endless dunes, whispering stories that the world has forgotten. But among those whispers, one legend stands out. The tale of a lost Egyptian city, a place once said to shine brighter than the morning sun, built by a mighty pharaoh and filled with temples, treasures, and knowledge beyond imagination. Imagine it. A golden city alive with chants, festivals, and the rhythm of ancient life, now swallowed whole by the shifting sands. For centuries, people have spoken of it as if it were a dream, a mirage shimmering on the horizon, always out of reach. What if this city truly existed? What if an entire chapter of Egypt's history, a civilization within a civilization, simply vanished without leaving a single stone above the surface? The fascination endures because humanity is drawn to the unknown. We chase lost stories hoping they'll tell us something about ourselves. From the time of the earliest pharaohs, Egypt has been a land of contradictions. Life blooming beside death, eternity carved into stone, and secrets buried beneath the same sands that built the pyramids. But this legend, this pharaoh's lost city, refuses to rest quietly. Some call it the City of Shadows. Others name it the Desert Mirage. Its story moves between myth and history, between what we know and what we desperately wish to uncover. And today, we step into that uncertainty, brushing away the layers of time to see if a forgotten empire truly sleeps beneath the desert floor. As centuries passed, curiosity never faded. In the early 1800s, when Europe's fascination with Egyptology exploded, explorers, adventurers, and dreamers began searching for the lost city described in fragmented Greek and Arabic texts. Some claim to have seen ruins half buried by dunes. Others insisted they found strange carvings that vanished when the wind changed. Expeditions were mounted, men with maps, camels, and boundless ambition setting off into the Sahara, often never to return. Many of their accounts read like fever dreams, tales of mirages, ghostly walls appearing at dusk, and pillars that seemed to dissolve at dawn. By the early 20th century, archaeology became more scientific, and while tombs and temples along the Nile gave up their secrets, the desert's heart remained silent. But technology changed everything. In the last few decades, satellite imagery, ground-penetrating radar, and AI-based terrain analysis have opened new possibilities. These tools can detect buried structures invisible to the human eye, patterns of stone, ancient waterways, and long-lost roads beneath layers of sand. Some modern researchers claim that certain readings match the scale and geometry of an ancient urban settlement hidden hundreds of miles west of Luxor. The data is tantalizing but incomplete. Desert conditions make excavation nearly impossible. Shifting dunes erase landmarks overnight, and extreme heat destroys fragile remains before they can be studied. Still, the hope remains alive. A few years ago, a team announced the discovery of what might be the outer walls of an unknown city buried beneath 30 feet of sand. Could this be the legendary city? The findings are under review, but the excitement has reignited global interest. Today, scientists, historians, and dreamers alike believe that we might be standing on the edge of a rediscovery that could rewrite everything we know about ancient Egypt. So, where does that leave us? After centuries of searching, do we stand any closer to finding the lost city of the pharaohs, or are we simply chasing shadows? The truth may lie somewhere in between. Some experts argue that fragments of the legend could be rooted in real places, forgotten trade hubs that thrived briefly and were consumed by the expanding desert. Others propose that the story symbolizes Egypt's eternal struggle against nature and time, a metaphor for the rise and fall of civilizations. Yet, there are those who remain convinced that something extraordinary lies hidden beneath the sands, an undiscovered city that could bridge gaps in our historical timeline, revealing new gods, new dynasties, and perhaps an entirely new chapter of human innovation. Archaeological teams continue their work, quietly scanning the deserts of Egypt and Sudan, decoding satellite data, and excavating sites that might once have belonged to that mythical metropolis. The desert remains vast, but human determination is vast too. Perhaps the greatest lesson of the Pharaoh's lost city is that mystery itself is a treasure, It keeps us exploring, imagining, and connecting with the forgotten world. Whether the city is real or an illusion, it has achieved something remarkable. It has survived not in stone, but in story. And as long as there are those willing to listen to the whispers of the desert, the legend will never truly die. Maybe, just maybe, beneath a sea of golden dunes, the sands are guarding Egypt's final secret, waiting for the right eyes, the right tools, and the right moment for the mirage to become real. But the desert does not give up its secrets easily. The same wind that reveals a relic one day can bury it forever the next. Archaeology in the Sahara is a constant battle between patience and illusion. Explorers have learned that the desert can deceive the eye. Heat and light combine to create visions that vanish as one approaches. Entire expeditions have been misled by mirages that looked like temples or walls but turned out to be nothing more than shaped dunes and rocky ridges. Beyond nature's tricks, human factors complicate the search even further. In the golden age of exploration, rivalry between archaeologists often led to exaggerated claims. Some fabricated discoveries to gain fame or funding, while others dismissed genuine finds out of jealousy or disbelief. Even modern technology, for all its precision, can mislead. Radar shadows can mimic man-made shapes, satellite images can distort terrain, and the thirst for discovery can color interpretation. There's also the psychological mirage, the human need to believe. When generations of researchers spend lifetimes chasing a legend, they begin to see meaning where none exists. Yet, this persistence, even in the face of countless disappointments, is what drives the pursuit forward. Each failed expedition adds another layer to the legend, another story to the endless dialogue between man and the desert. And perhaps that's the point. Maybe the city's true power lies not just in its potential existence, but in how it continually tests our limits of faith, science, and imagination. The desert reflects our desires back at us, challenging us to question whether we seek truth or simply the thrill of mystery. The desert has always been both a graveyard and a guardian. Every grain of sand is like a page in a forgotten history book, each dune a silent monument to what once was. Over thousands of years, civilizations have risen and fallen along the Nile, yet the desert beyond its banks has remained timeless, patient, and almost alive. Some explorers claim that the Sahara itself seems to move with purpose, as if protecting the secrets buried beneath it. Modern scientists might call it coincidence, but ancient Egyptians believed the desert was sacred ground, watched over by gods of silence and shadow. To them, what disappeared into the sands was not lost but hidden until the world was worthy to find it again. Even today, strange phenomena continue to puzzle experts. Satellite readings sometimes show structures one week and nothing the next, as if the desert itself rearranges its own face. Could there be something deliberate in that, something beyond mere chance? Perhaps the lost city was never destroyed but concealed by forces we don't yet understand. Legends describe hidden chambers where priests once performed rituals to merge the mortal world with the divine. If those rituals were real, perhaps they left more than myths behind. Perhaps they altered the very land. As researchers keep scanning, mapping, and digging, one thing is certain. The desert chooses what to reveal and when. And until it decides, the Pharaoh's lost city remains the greatest mirage of all, half memory, half promise, and entirely alive in the imagination of humankind. In the end, maybe the legend's true power lies not in its discovery but in what it awakens within us. Every explorer who steps into the scorching sands and every scientist who stares at satellite data late into the night is driven by something universal, the need to understand where we came from and what we've lost. The Pharaoh's lost city might be buried under the dunes, or it might exist only in the realm of myth, but its story continues to inspire dreamers, archaeologists, writers, and wanderers alike. It reminds us that history is not just what we find but what we seek. Every unanswered question keeps the flame of curiosity alive. And perhaps that's why the desert never fully surrenders its mysteries, because in chasing them, we rediscover our own humanity. When you look out over the endless horizon of golden sands, you're not just staring into emptiness. You're gazing into time itself, into everything that has been and everything that could still be. The Pharaoh's lost city may be out there, waiting under the weight of 1,000 years, its stones sleeping beneath the dunes. Or maybe it exists only in the stories told by those who refuse to stop believing. Either way, its spirit endures, a symbol of mystery, endurance, and the eternal dance between truth and legend. And as the sun sets over the desert, painting the sky in shades of fire and gold, one can almost hear it, the faint echo of a forgotten civilization calling out from beneath the sands, waiting for someone brave enough to listen.